this is the best Star Wars game I've ever played.
I was about to say that. Best Star Wars game ever made.
Yes, 100%. I mean, so much so this is why you're a fan of Star Wars. Forget that it's a video game. If you're, you and I are of the age, we literally have grown up with Star Wars from day one, right? So
Yep.
When I think about all the stories, the movies, the TV shows, the books, just everything Star Wars related, this is Star Wars. This is what you want from the Star Wars universe. And I just had an amazing time with it. It's fantastic. This is Respawn taking the lessons learned from Fallen Order and building upon what they started with that, and just like, hey, what was good about it? Let's keep that. The stuff that didn't work so well, all right, let's not focus on that so much. And they've made damn near the perfect just Star Wars universe game. That's what this is. There's some technical stuff we can talk about that, I wasn't so much a fan of, but just as a pure Star Wars experience, this was damn near perfect. That's the best way I can explain it.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I will say, I think in the beginning of the game, it feels like, oh, this is like the last game. And let me tell you, it changes later. It completely changes the game. And I really, really enjoyed Parris. I think story got me really, really hooked. This is the game that I remember playing Knights of the Old Republic back in the original Xbox days, right? I was saying, man, this game is better story than the prequels. Not the prequels, the prequels, right? This game, Jedi Survivor, personally for me, is even better than the most recent Star Wars content that we've seen, dude. Like, it's so good.
I hear you. I'll get you. Target is mobile. Out of my way! Down.
I am programmed to kill you. Enemy has precise target.
Wait,
Yeah, and to be clear for people listening to this, going, well, why are you guys being so vague? Trust me, you don't want this spoiled. You want to discover a lot of these things along the way, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Things that we obviously can't talk about. Some of the customizations, like you're saying, with the lightsabers, being able to kind of just customize your own lightsaber to what you want it to be, the various stances that you'll be able to take with your lightsaber. I really enjoyed, kind of getting the parrying down when you get into these lightsaber battles that you'll have. The skill tree that you'll go through, being able to create, the various force powers and skills that you're going to be able to use was great. I also say, for someone walking into this going, well, hey, I never played Fallen Order. Do I need to play it? I personally don't think so. I think they have a nice recap at the very beginning of Survivor to kind of give you an idea of what happened in the first game, that you'll be able to pick this one up and you'll just be able to move forward. Now, there will be some returning characters from Fallen Order that obviously you're going to miss some of that backstory, but I think even along the way, they kind of fill in some of those gaps pretty well.
This world is a lot bigger, way bigger.
Oh my God.
than the previous game. I love that you could also do side quests, which was not available in the last game. The last one was just strictly campaign, and that's it. This one, hey, even if you pass and finish the game, you could go back and do side quests. There's a lot of secret areas that you need to go and unlock, because through the game, you're going to be unlocking special powers that's going to help you to go to those hidden areas that's not at the beginning of the game.
I think from a gameplay standpoint, the best way to describe this, in my opinion, is think of a somewhat open world Uncharted with a lightsaber. Does that make sense?
But overall, Parris, I think this is a phenomenal game. I think right now there's Falling Order, Jedi Survivor, and also Knights of the Old Republic. I think those are the top three best Star Wars games I ever played in my life.
Look, let's be clear about two things. First and foremost, this will be coming off of the lips of Jeff Keighley at the Game Awards at the end of the year. 100%. This will be a Game of the Year contender. 100%. The second thing, I have always considered Knights of the Old Republic the best Star Wars game ever made. This, in my opinion, has surpassed that. That is how good this story is. This is how invested you will become in these characters and their journey. It's phenomenal.
Best Star Wars game ever made, and hands down contender of Game of the Year.
100%. 100%. Cannot agree more.